And we are live here at Texas Motor Speedway over in, obviously, Texas. 20-degree turns on turns 1 and 2, and in turns 3 and 4 it's banked 24 degrees. It's going to be 84 laps, 2X tire wear and fuel. As far as qualifying goes, we've got Jeffrey Silver on pole with a 29.256. In second is the 77 of Trey White with a 29.282. In third is the 9 of Nicholas Sims with a 29.324. And bringing up the rear of the field is the 8 of Ethan Lossett with a 29.464. Had to take a break for a week out because some of our drivers, myself included, had vacations they had to go on. That's okay though.
Six, seven.
It's going to be a 4-car field today. Something I've noticed whenever I was doing testing with this track, corners seem to, it may be a wide corner.
Drivers, stop your engines!
There's the call. But there may be a wide corner, but sometimes as laps go on, it becomes tougher and tougher to turn here. So anything can happen. Very tough to pass here from what I've seen. Pace car's rolling. Alright, pace car is in, and Jeffrey Silver is going to be bringing us green here for the first time today at Texas Motor Speedway. Already we got some attempts at passing with the 9 and the 77 already going at it. 77 is going to go low, it's going to pass around. We already got a new leader coming out of turn 2. Jeffrey drops back some. Trey builds up a little bit of a lead there. Ethan biding his time in that number 8 Morgan & Morgan Chevrolet. All over the back bumper of Nick in the 9. Almost 3 wide going into turns 1 and 2. Almost. They make it count. Ethan now around Jeffrey, who falls all the way to the back of the field. Trey still maintaining a massive lead. Jeffrey now into the wall at the dog leg. Already it's fighting left and right just for spots here. Nick going high. That's going to open up the bottom spot for the 8 and the 24. And just like that, in 4 laps, Ethan already up to second. POV. It is still just just completely packed house for the rear 3 drivers here, while Trey drives away with it. You also have to think about tire saving as well, if that does come into play here. Ooh, a little bit of contact there from the 24 and the 9. Causes the 9 car to swing out some. Jeffrey getting around Ethan now for the 2nd spot. Almost 3 wide going into the turn 3. It's still anyone's race. Still the 8 and the 9 just fighting for spots. I believe we've got nothing but a field of Chevrolets in this field. Seems like that's the people's choice. Nick getting around Ethan now. Same with Jeffrey. 2 wide entering turn 3. They are still 2 wide. And they're back to single file now. As Ethan tries to make a pass around Jeffrey now. 2 wide coming across the start finish. Still there around the dog leg. Then he makes it. Everybody's just swapping bumpers now. As Jeffrey absolutely punts Ethan into the wall there. I don't know whose fault it was, but we stay green from the looks of it. No caution yet still. Let's see if I can get a replay on it. I don't know what the end goal there was. Jeffrey's car just picks up. It must have gotten really tight for the 24 car here. Nothing Ethan could do being on the receiving end of that. It's unfortunate. Now Ethan being 23 seconds down. Will he be able to make it back up is the question. Trey now pulling ahead with a massive lead over Nick and Jeffrey, who's still one behind the other. Already 15 laps in out of 84. It's staying high. It's going to let Jeffrey catch up to him. Looks like he might get it on the bottom. He backs out of it. You can hear as he backs out of it, giving Nick the room that he needs to get around that corner. Slowly but surely, I think they're reeling in Trey, who might have been doing nothing but pushing this whole time. Just about a quarter of the ways in now. Looks like the 77 now has caught up with the 8. Probably messed up his tires after that spin. And Ethan's going to go high and let Trey have it, and that's going to make him a lap down. Already encountering lap traffic, 21 laps in. Now the 9 and the 24 has to get around Ethan if they want to catch back up to Trey. Looks like the 8 is going to hold up the 9 a little bit, and that's going to let the 24 catch back up and possibly make a move on him. Jeffrey's looking high, punts both drivers into the wall. Caution is out. Wow. Whew. Let's see what led to that. Jeffrey sets up for a pass around the outside. The 8 spooks the 9, who checks up a little bit, and by then the 24 just runs into the back of him. Well, that's going to put the field back up. And the 9 is the only one that goes down pit road, for the looks of it. Pace car is now coming out of turn 2 and is now on the back stretch.
Ooh.
I have no idea what just happened.
Just spun out with Jeffrey.
I don't know what's going on with me today. Mentally, I'm
Wow.
not even here.
Yeah, that's basically what happened. Huh. As soon as they can get it back going again. Pace car is exiting turn 4. Well, caution flies on lap 25 here. First caution of the day. A little over quarter ways in now. For those just tuning in, we are here at Texas Motor Speedway. Lights are on the pace car. We are going green next time by. Gonna get this back underway. Fun fact, this track is built in Fort Worth, Texas, and coming out of turn 2, there are condominiums that you can purchase to live. So if you want to live trackside, you have that option. Did not know that. Alrighty now. Pace car is back in, and the 77 of Trey White is going to bring us back underway green once again here at Texas Motor Speedway. The 8 already getting a huge jump on the 24. Already 2 wide for 2 rows already coming out of turn 2. Nick already, new leader. The 8 follows. God, the back end of that 8 car is just absolutely insane. 77 now up into the wall. There is a hole in the back of that car. too wide. Trey and Jeffrey. Trey falls to the back of the field. Follows Jeffrey up almost into the wall there. Nick now driving away with the lead. After getting punted in turn 4. Now wants nothing to do with the rest of the pack. Ethan not far behind. Meanwhile, the 24 and 77 are now fighting towards the rear of the field for that 3rd spot. Jeffrey seems to walk away with it. The entire field now spread out in the span of just a couple laps. Already the 77 now passes Jeffrey for 3rd spot. The entire field is now spread out. That 8 car desperately needs to get in front of the 9 in order to get his lap back if there is another caution. Jeffrey now coming down pit road. Nick leading that lap. Now half of the field has been lapped, at least once. Jeffrey now coming out of pit road with fresh tires and gas. That could mean a lot. However, the 9 already pitting under caution. Most everybody was trying to decide during that caution whether or not they should come in or not. Will there be another caution before this race is over? Only 33 laps in. That 8 car still close behind, even with no back end. Ethan being the only other person, the closest person that is a lap down. He absolutely needs to get in front of Nick in order to get that lap back. And if lucky, he might can work his way back up to the front of the field. Everybody now a lap down. Nick, who I believe made the right call, pit under caution. Fooled everybody today. Ethan now catching back up to the back end of that bumper for the 9 car. Let's see what's going to happen here. Ethan desperately needs his spot back. He's going to stay low while the 9 picks up some. They're too wide and coming out of turn 2. Still there. Ethan's got the bottom lane. Nick's gonna let him have it, and Ethan has now unlapped himself from from the looks of it. Now he just needs to get away from that 9 car. The only other car now back on the lead lap apart from the 9. "30 seconds back. Everyone else is now 2 laps down. Both drivers almost going high. Ethan's going to open it up for the 9 to come back once again. They're too wide coming down the backstretch. And Nick is going to try to get that spot back. Who once again makes Ethan fall another lap down. Wow. Incredible racing by these two. We are now approaching the halfway point of this race. "42 out of 84 laps run." We are now at the crossed flags. Nick is not gonna give Ethan his lap back easily. But that's not gonna stop him from trying. Looks like the 2 drivers coming up on previously lapped traffic already. Your other 2 lap drivers now have caught back up with one another. This field may regroup and bunch up totally backwards. Ethan now having to run on the bottom. But he falls back. It is so incredibly difficult to pass here at this track. If you have the bottom lane, you have the most dominance from the looks of it. still single file, but bunched up with some kind of dancing partner. The 24s with the 77. Jeffrey absolutely glued on the bottom. Who's now too wide going into the corner. And Trey's going to give it to him. He's going to look low. And he's there. Too wide entering turn 1 yet again. Both of these drivers are 2 laps down. Jeffrey all over the back over the 77. At any point a caution could come out. Both the 8 and the 9 still going to Nick all but securing this win from the looks of it. But anything can change. Jeffrey now slightly on the apron. Both drivers glued to the bottom. Jeffrey getting a big run there. Too wide coming out of turn 4. Looks like he put Trey in the wall there for a little bit. Sandwiched him there. He goes extremely high though. It is once again too wide going down the back stretch. Neck and neck between these two. Trey once again getting his position back. The 9 being passed. Ethan once again getting his lap back. I don't remember when that was. It's still not over yet. Less than 30 to go here at Texas Motor Speedway. Nick and Ethan now both into pit road. Everybody now coming down pit road. Jeffrey does the fake. He's going to try to get one of his laps back. Ethan now into the pit, now into his pit stall. Nick now into his pit stall. Trey now trying to find his pit stall. Ethan's the first one off of pit road. Here comes Jeffrey, trying to get his spot back, and he does. Jeffrey now back on the lead lap. Suddenly the tables are turning. Everyone is now back on the lead lap for the most part. Trey now exiting pit road, coming out, pulling back out onto the backstretch. Nick now having to serve a penalty from the looks of it. It is anyone's race once again. This race is back on now, with the 8 being your leader. Trey still a lap down. And Jeffrey having to serve a penalty. Coming up on 24 to go here at Texas Motor Speedway, not Texas World. That won't be until much later this year. Now Ethan clawing his way with no back bumper, mind you. Went from last to first over the course of this green flag pit stop cycle. Jeffrey once again falls 1 lap down. Nick now 20 seconds back. Can he make up that kind of time, though? Wow. $20 to go here at Texas. Nick making up half a second. Ethan does have the hurt car. Technically, Nick does too, but lesser so. I mean, Nick does have his back bumper. $19.56. Another half second. Ethan, who, well, was surrounded by traffic, isn't now, not by a long shot. $19.26 now. Made up another quarter of a second. I'm not sure if it's going to be enough to catch him. $19.12 now. $18.9. He's slowly reeling him back in. $15 to go this time by. Anything can happen still. If a caution comes out, or if there's another cycle of pit stops, I doubt it. But if there is, the 9 could get a spot back. $18.34 now. $17.9. 10 to go here at Texas Motor Speedway. 17.6. Ethan now into the wall. That's going to help out Nick a little bit there. You can hear how much they have to lift to make it through the corner now. Speedway. See how much Nick is trying to get around that corner. Coming up on 3 to go. Seems like Nick has just ran out of rubber. Two to go. Looks like white flag is out this time by for Ethan. He's already in the playoffs. He won here at Kansas, he's going to go back-to-back already. 3 wins this year alone. The 8 of Ethan Lossett is going to win here at Texas Motor Speedway. With no back bumper at that.
More aerodynamic.
There was some crazy parts, and then it got long and dragged out. So, okay, tell me what happened exactly.
Dude, black flag.
Black flag.
1 mile over the speed limit.
Wow.
1 mile.
I did that. They didn't do anything to me.
Oh, really?
No,
Yeah.
I thought whenever Jeffrey wrecked me, I was like, fucked. Like, I thought the whole race was done to me,
Yeah.
and then
I think
he
I
wrecks
tried.
Nick, and I'm like, oh shit, I might have a chance. And
I guess our finish strategies didn't work.
For some odd reason, that made me like a couple laps above y'all. And then I go to the pits when you do,
Yeah.
so you won't get your lap back. It black flagged me.
yeah, then I got my.
Dude, this game is racist. I'm sorry. This is racist.
Racing.
Huh?
It's racing.
It's racing.
Yeah. That wreck kind of screwed me up. I ain't gonna lie. A wreck and then a black flag. 1 mile over the limit. What's your name?
Trey.
Trey. You got you went 1 mile over the limit. Like how far? Like how fast? Oh, okay. Are you serious?
You just told me to slow down a little bit.
It was like roll over, walk speed. It didn't even tell me that.
Wow.
It didn't even give me a warning. It said, "Hey, that black guy in that car, yeah, black guy." But him just give him.
Just give him
I should have hit it in my opinion.
That hit me